Good morning. What is going on, everybody? Mr. Max Voltage in the house. He's able to watch my whole stream today. I feel the pressure. Happy Friday. Good to see everybody. All right, let's see. We have Mr. Peter. Thanks for being a member, man. Appreciate you. Leo Lusting, Chad Wicks, Racing. What's up, buddy? Caveman Mining. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Ovalboard Tech. Crosby. Who else is here? We have Yankee in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Nas City. Patrick Murphy. Steven Cicero. Mike the Miner. Sloth Squash. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. I always say Sloth Squash. I think it's Squatch. Sloth Squatch. It's so hard to say so fast. Good to see you guys. All right, so Coinbase drama. What is happening? Are we losing Coinbase? Is it going to be gone in the States? I doubt it'll be gone, but I think the actual hub, in case they do need to shut down a branch, that's going to be real, right? Brian Hollywood, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Nerdbeast said, good morning. Caspa is about to be listed on BitGet. Interesting. Nice. That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. All right, let's check out the market today. Crypto bubbles. Everything's in the red. Looks pretty terrible, actually. There's only a few things in the green on the week. Let's check out the overall market right here. 28,175. Man, Bitcoin's just going down still. 1,900 ETH. I mean, overall, everything's still pretty decent, right? Litecoin, I wish it was over 90. And Dogecoin 8 cents, but is what it is. So apparently the that rocket they sent up yesterday exploded. Had a what we got?
Where is the beautiful smiley face, smile?
Miss Pocket Change is getting ready for work. Appreciate the super chat. I'm not sure what that is, but I appreciate it. The NOK. I forget, but I appreciate you, buddy. So they had a rapid, what is it? A deceleration or whatever the hell they called it. I don't even know. Deassemble something, whatever. The rocket exploded. There was like a specific term they used, but whatever. The rapid disassembly, I think that's what it was. But anyways, yeah. So the rocket didn't last, and Dogecoin tanked because of it. Fear and Greed Index, we're at 50. We have the top 10 coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, USD Coin, XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin, Lido Staked Ether, and Polygon. All right, let's see. Let's get into, I guess we'll get into Altcoin Daily's video first. I want to see what they say over here, and then we'll jump into something like Yahoo Finance stuff and CNBC Television talking about Coinbase. Maybe we'll go to CNBC next. But yeah, let's see what Altcoin Daily has to say. I didn't get a chance to watch this entire video, so it's gonna be interesting to say the least, right? Let's do it. If you guys have any questions in the chat, feel free to ask during or after in the comments below. Let's do it.
News happening in crypto today. I'm going to share with you 5 stories, 5 pieces of news you should know as an investor. So crypto story 1 of 5, Coinbase has just received their Bermuda license, outlines their global expansion plans. The exchange is also in talks with Abu Dhabi global market regulators about opening a regulated exchange there. So notice, with all the regulatory uncertainty in the US, as outlined by us these last 2 days covering the congressional hearings, Coinbase isn't taking any chances, and they plan to be here.
What are you saying, Stiggy? Thanks to Super Chat, buddy. Appreciate you.
With or without the US market. So Coinbase has received their regulatory license to operate in Bermuda, and the reason they chose this jurisdiction: Bermuda was one of the first financial centers to pass comprehensive digital asset regulation back in 2018. Bermuda was chosen as one of our international hubs, as the BMA, Bermuda Monetary Authority, is a highly respected and experienced financial regulator that is led by a world-class exec team and board of directors. So while the United States is seemingly now in this regulatory purgatory, the rest of the world is taking advantage.
You know, Coinbase, we've evaluated over 1,000 different assets, and as I mentioned earlier, 800 of them we've rejected, and we do think they have some properties of being a security, so we don't trade those today. Another 200 or so of them we do trade today, and we feel that those are commodities. So, you know, look, I think as a CEO, we want to basically just have a clear rule book, right? And if clear rules are published, we're happy to follow it, and if those rules change, you know, we're happy to follow those. But I think, you know, when we became a public company, we explained to the SEC in our S1 filing and in dozens of meetings that we've had with the SEC, I think we work pretty collaboratively with them. We've explained our business to them many times, including in our S1, and they approved us to become a public company. So we'll continue working with regulators all over the world about where the boundaries are on what's a commodity, what's a security, or what is something else.
So I just put a poll in the chat real quick. If you guys would answer that, that'd be great. It's do you think Coinbase is actually going to leave the US, right? So that's kind of like a for good scenario. I don't know if I don't think they're going to actually leave for good. I think after we saw Gary Gensler under fire at the by the US Congress or whatever that was, that entire thing was a complete shit show. So obviously they're not completely on the side of him, right? Claiming everything's a security, shutting things down. So I honestly think Coinbase will be here to stay because they're one of the only companies that actually do everything in the proper manner, or as far as we know anyways thus far. So we're just going to have to see. But it would be very, very shameful if they did push Coinbase out of the US. And we'd be so far left behind in the dust when it comes to, like, moving on with the progress of crypto and just the way the world's going in general. It's going to be a friggin' mess if they do that.
Co-founder of Gemini, Tyler Winklevoss, also sounding off today about potentially moving to Europe, while U.S. regulators have
What in the hell? This guy's moving to Europe now? Man, everyone's getting out of here.
been busy infighting and refusing to provide the most basic of clarity for the crypto industry. The European Union just approved the MiCA regulation, which provides a comprehensive regulatory framework for crypto in Europe. It's sad to see the U.S. being left behind on such an important technology and its promise.
Wow.
And in an act of
messed up.
sheer defiance, the meme coin market, surprisingly, is popping off, clogging up Ethereum, while Dogecoin takes a dip. So SpaceX...
Do you guys think that's weird that Dogecoin dipped because the rocket blew up? That's I don't know. There's like they tie Dogecoin with Elon Musk way too hard, to be honest.
X's Starship explodes and the Dogecoin price reacted. Here's a video.
It does appear to be spinning, but I do want to remind everyone that everything after
Bumming.
clearing the tower was icing on the cake.
Bro, how much money was that just exploded? The rocket was full of Dogecoin miners.
To get this far, honestly, is amazing.
Well, if you're just joining us, Starship just experienced what we call a rapid unscheduled disassembly.
That's what it was.
And just for perspective on the magnitude of all this,
Holy shit, look at that one.
this is
insane.
the size of the Starship. This is the size of the average US male. And this is an example of what usually lands on the moon or orbits around the moon. And this is what I believe Jeff Bezos and William Shatner took off in. So Elon's Starship,
Interesting.
much bigger. Now, when this happened, the Dogecoin price tanked 5%. And we are reaching a tipping point, a reset in this market. Case in point, forget the price. The Bitcoin mining boom is quietly going parabolic. So while Bitcoin's price may be struggling at or under $30,000, under the hood, all-time highs of a different kind keep coming. The latest data shows that the Bitcoin network's fundamentals, difficulty, and hash rate will hit new records this week. So looking at these two graphs, you can see the parabolic nature of both the hash rate and the network difficulty. These graphs are from 2010, but especially in this year, 2023. According to data from BTC.com, the difficulty will again increase by approximately 2.1% on April 20th, reaching 48.91 trillion. And to put that number into perspective, the dizzying tally is a full 13 trillion higher than the start of this year alone. Now, how this affects you and me, as the old adage goes, price follows hash rate. Usually, of course it doesn't have to. And one of the key focuses on why hash rate continues to go up, one of many, is that Russia is stepping up their mining activity over the past year to reportedly become the world's second largest miner in 2023. This, according to a report.
Mr. Yankee, thank you.
Eagle, it's not the size of the rocket that matters, Eagle.
In Russia. So take this for what you will, but to me, this reminds me of a famous clip back around 2019 in the depths of the bear market when hash rate was continuing to go up, yet price was middling, Mark Yusko dropping the knowledge.
Thanks for the super chat, Yankee. That was great.
Every fundamental indicator of Bitcoin, usage, wallets, block size, transaction size, number of transactions, every single one, hash rate, making new highs. All of the indicators of the network and the network value are rising. The price of any asset fluctuates. Let's take Amazon. Amazon's been a public company for 20 years. In every year, including this year, it's at a double-digit drawdown. The average peak to trough, minus 31%. Twice, minus 90%. When was the right time to sell? Never. Who's owned it since the IPO to today? Jeff and his mom and dad. That's it.
All right. We're going to leave it there, Mark.
All right,
Good to
thanks.
see you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having me.
Mark
Great to be
Yusko,
with
Morgan
you.
Creek Capital.
Outcast.
And a major
That
milestone
was weird.
just happened if you like Solana. Helium completes their Solana migration, minting nearly 1 million NFTs in the process. So this was a complete reset for Helium. They're now on
Ooh,
Solana.
are you guys into helium? Is anybody excited about this? I probably not. Max probably just fell over in his chair because I mentioned helium. But
And as part of the migration process, an NFT is being minted to represent each physical hotspot node running on the Ethereum network, ultimately tallying over 991,000 Solana NFTs. Hotspot owners will claim their respective NFTs when they log into their wallet tied to the hotspot, and owners can still transfer or update hotspot locations as they please. And why this 1 million NFT mint is such a big deal if you hold Solana, because this is the most prominent test case to date for Solana's new state compression feature, which lets creators mint potentially enormous amounts of NFTs for relatively low costs compared to other platforms, and even a much lower cost than Solana's standard NFT minting process. And to put this into perspective, according to the Solana Foundation, this new process cuts the estimated cost of minting 1 million NFTs to now about $113 worth of Sol, compared to an estimated $253,000 worth of Sol using Solana without the compression tech. So 113 compared to 253,000, or also compared to $32,800 if you chose to do this with Polygon. They say minting this on Ethereum would cost people 1 million NFTs, would cost 33.6 million in total. So a huge milestone for the Solana ecosystem.
So it's cheaper.
And next piece of news, a little reset for DeFi altcoin 0x. The blockchain infrastructure provider 0x rolls out a new line of APIs. The new platform is aimed at providing developers the tools to build financial products on crypto rails. And if you hold 0x, this is what this new update means. The new project, according to their statement, includes 5 APIs, among them Swap API, which connects developers to more than 100 exchanges, and Transaction Relay API, which enables trade fees without gas fees. What is an API? An API is a channel that allows two computers or software systems to communicate with each other. And in a direct quote from 0x on why this is a little reset, why this is a big shift, they say, this represents a big shift for us, meaning the 0x team has already helped build several popular retail-focused crypto wallets like Coinbase Wallet, Robinhood Wallet, and MetaMask. But with this new platform, the company is now better equipped to provide professional-grade tools to institutions, all with the underlying structure of the 0x protocol. Be sure to click subscribe.
Interesting. Huge shout out to Altcoin Daily for that video. That's crazy, Yankee. You still got me laughing about that. That was a riot. That super chat thing, when it reads it out loud, it makes it so much better. All right, let's see. I want to see what actually CNBC television was talking about. They're talking about, yeah, Coinbase, obviously, situation, going to Bermuda, right? Or getting their license over there, which is kind of interesting. And then the EU approves framework for crypto regulation. So let's see what they have to say about this. Again, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask during, and we'll go from there. Let's do it.
Today, the European Parliament backs the world's first comprehensive rules for crypto. Coinbase secures a license to operate in Bermuda, and Circle's chief strategy officer lays out how stablecoins could replace fallen banks like Silvergate and Signature. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Jordan Smith. Investors are keeping the pressure on the crypto market. By noon Eastern, Bitcoin tumbled to the $28,000 level, while Ether dropped further below the $2,000 mark. Meanwhile, Cardano fell to 41 cents. Today's losses follow those declines in the crypto market yesterday. Noelle Atchison of the Crypto is Macro Now newsletter pointed out that there isn't any negative news or macro data that would drive the selling pressure we're seeing. Instead, she pointed to a large sell order on Binance that pushed prices down, and that sharp drop is a reminder of the market's current low liquidity. All right, let's talk about the top stories. First up, the European Parliament overwhelmingly backed the European Union's first set of rules for crypto markets. The Parliament voted 517 to 38 in favor of new regulations for issuing and trading crypto assets. The rules will be rolled out starting in the middle of 2024 and will require firms that issue and trade crypto to be licensed by a national regulator, essentially giving them a passport to serve customers across the 27-member country bloc. Also, major service providers will have to disclose their energy consumption. Stefan Berger, the lawmaker who guided the rules through Parliament, argued that the regulation brings a competitive advantage for the EU, given the region's crypto industry now has regulatory clarity that doesn't exist in other countries like the US. Next.
Real quick. So we had a question in the chat, actually. Who said this? If Coinbase leaves, Mr. Drunkit Fox said, if Coinbase leaves, what is the next option to exchange crypto for USD? I mean, there's Kraken, right? They're located in the US. They've already been fined and paid their fine, so I'm assuming they're okay for right this second. You guys let me know in the chat. What do you guys use for a US-based exchange or just in general trading from, crypto to USD? I'd like to know as well. Kraken, Gemini. Okay, yeah, I've used Kraken. I haven't used Gemini before, so just, leave it in the chat if you guys know.
Coinbase just secured a license to operate in Bermuda. The U.S. crypto exchange made the announcement in this blog post yesterday as part of Coinbase's goal to scale globally. Coinbase noted that Bermuda was chosen as an international hub given it was, quote, one of the first financial centers to pass comprehensive digital assets regulation in 2018, and its regulatory environment is long known for a high level of rigor, transparency, compliance, and cooperation. According to the blog, the exchange is also in talks with financial regulators in Abu Dhabi about a potential license. Earlier this week, CEO Brian Armstrong argued that crypto firms will develop in offshore havens unless the U.S. offers regulatory clarity. Regulators here in the States have been stepping up enforcement action against crypto companies this year. Just last month, the SEC threatened to sue Coinbase over some crypto products. Last, the bulk of the deal between Voyager and Binance US can move forward. CoinDesk reported that court filings from yesterday suggest the majority of the $1 billion deal for Binance US to buy assets of the bankrupt crypto lender could continue even before a legal appeal is worked through. Oh, wow. Now, Voyager's official committee of unsecured creditors confirmed the development, tweeting yesterday that the crypto lender, the UCC, and the government reached a resolution. The government has agreed that the plan can proceed without the contentious exculpation provision and will not otherwise be subject to the stay. The development comes amid mounting concerns that the buyer could back out. All right, on to our main story. Circle's chief strategy officer, Dante Disparte, testified in front of the House to explain the role stablecoins play in the economy and to push for the regulatory clarity so many in the industry are urging lawmakers for. Crypto World's Mackenzie Sigallo spoke with the Circle exec after the hearing to get his take on the uses for stablecoins and the potential for a U.S. digital dollar.
So you just testified before the House Financial Services Committee earlier today. Walk me through what you brought up in your testimony.
Well, one of the main points I wanted to bring up in my testimony today was the fact that the United States, among all of the advanced economies in the world, is an outlier in not having a charter at the federal level for payment systems and payments activities. So that's really one of the big gaps the U.S. has when it comes to economic competitiveness in this space.
And in terms of a U.S. digital dollar or some sort of U.S. CBDC, where are we? There have been conversations for years, and there have been pilots of a digital dollar. I know Chris Giancarlo's played a role in that, but lay out the scene. Where are we in terms of progress towards a CBDC in the U.S.?
Well, the digital dollar efforts in the United States, I think, follow the exact same efforts that you see among many central banks around the world. In total, 114 central banks, representing something like 95% of world GDP, are thinking about what are the options, the risks, and the benefits of potential central bank digital currencies. Here in the US, however, just like all other issues with fintech and digital assets, the central banks of the United States, the Federal Reserve System, needs congressional authority as well to actually issue a digital currency. And so we're far from a digital currency being issued in the US. And frankly, in our view, the very better option would be to legitimize payment stablecoins or dollar-denominated payment stablecoins as effectively a private sector answer to the need for the dollar to be a digital currency on the internet.
And for someone who isn't as well versed in how the stablecoin market compares to, for example, the US digital dollar that's been piloted, how would you explain something like a USDC versus this digital dollar that's been tested out in certain markets in the US?
Right. Well, for one, a central bank digital currency does not exist inside the United States. And so in many cases, there was a project run by the Boston Federal Reserve Bank known as Project Hamilton, which has been an experiment in looking at fast, high throughput payments and the technology platforms that might be necessary there. But there were some conclusions that report and findings came out that any US central bank digital currency would have to be privacy preserving. It would be intermediated, so it would come and be made available through intermediaries like banks and non-banks. And then lastly, you would have to satisfy know your customer requirements. And so those same types of parameters can exist, and they do exist today with something like USDC, Circle's dollar digital currency. And so begging the question, what is the most appropriate pathway for a US digital currency and for the United States to compete? In our view, the better model would be to permission non-bank actors inside the payment system, whether for FedNow or for master accounts at the Fed. That's the place where the US has the biggest gap.
You know, there was some concern the weekend that Silicon Valley Bank folded. We saw Circle, the US dollar, its US dollar peg stablecoin, USDC lose its dollar peg for a period. There was some concern over that 48-hour window. It eventually was reinstated when we saw that the Fed was going to step in to backstop SVB and Signature as well. But what do you have to say about what we saw in those few days and what that means in terms of like placing your faith in a dollar pegged stable coin that isn't issued by the Federal Reserve?
Well, herein lies, I think, one of the interesting pieces of the puzzle, which is that Circle, not unlike other major payments companies in the United States, as a fiduciary and as a regulated money transmission company, we are obligated to partner with the commercial banks. In effect, you could argue that USDC imports the full faith and credit not only of the US regulated banking system, but also by extension, we're answerable to the Federal Reserve and the banking regulators as well. And so the bigger issue with the three bank failures we saw in the United States, Silvergate, Silicon Valley Bank, and Signature Bank, was actually a systemic issue inside the banking sector, much more so than an issue in digital assets or crypto introducing risk to banks. And so that's why you saw such an unprecedented federal intervention, is that small to mid-sized commercial banks in America would have faced an extinction level event, but for that intervention. The distinction is we live under a model of transparency that doesn't take bank holidays. And so Circle reported the exposure to Silicon Valley Bank. We also made a promise that if need be, we would use our corporate balance sheet to bridge any shortfall. And sure enough, on the Monday afterwards, we were back in business without any issues.
You know, I do think it's interesting. You mentioned the fall of Silvergate and Signature. Both offered a 24-hour payment network that made it possible for a lot of these crypto firms to settle trades outside of business hours. There's been a lot of talk that USDC could now become, play a bigger role in terms of this payment network, 24/7 facilitator of these non-business hour trades. Do you see more crypto firms coming your way, more people choosing to settle transactions with you now that they don't have the Silvergate Exchange Network, now that they don't have Signet through Signature?
Yeah, well, indeed. I mean, I think that is, in fact, the superpower of a digital dollar like USDC is that it is always on, it's at internet scale, and it functions with price parity to the dollar. The key point that all of us really care about deeply is interoperability with traditional banking and payments. That without a bridge, many aspects of the digital asset economy might be self-referential with no on and off ramps. And so Circle, literally for the 10 years we've been operating and for the 5 years we've operated USDC, we've gone to great lengths to ensure that there's constant interoperability with the banking and payment system. You see that with integrations with Visa. You see it with our worldwide partnership with MoneyGram, which allows people to show up with USDC at a MoneyGram location. And subject to the local effects, they get their they could present USDC as a dollar and effectively have a currency exchange take place at MoneyGram around the world. This type of interoperability is hard fought, but it's also a function of how Circle is regulated, how the market trusts us, and ultimately our view that we could have interoperability with traditional finance.
All right, that's all.
Huge shout out to CNBC. All right, so I have Brian Hollywood and Rondi texting me on the side. All right, Brian Hollywood and Rondi, they both bet each other $100 what sweatshirt I would wear today. Apparently Rondi lost, and Brian just says Flux hoodie for the win. So you guys are ridiculous. It cracked me up. Anyways, this is the U.S. is gonna be left behind, man. This whole thing's getting crazy. Everything is just, I don't know. Everybody else is doing the right thing, and I feel like we're just going backwards when it comes to crypto, especially with all the BS going on with the SEC. So let's get over here to CoinDesk's video quick, and I'll look up. I want to see if there's any articles actually on any of this Coinbase stuff while we're watching this. So this is over at CoinDesk. Again, go shout out to them. Go check out their channel on YouTube, and they're gonna talk about Mr. Gensler, the SEC chair, being under fire because he got absolutely spanked. If you guys didn't see that.
Big time fireworks
Oh, God.
over on
Sorry.
Capitol Hill. Gary Gensler sitting before the House Financial Services Committee. Will, what do you got?
That's right. I think this is a story that's going to make Wendy particularly happy because Gary Gensler was getting it from all sides, especially from the Republicans on the Senate Banking Committee, or the House Banking Committee, I should rather say. Let's take a look at this clip from Representative Patrick McHenry from the great state of North Carolina interviewing Gary Gensler.
Is Ether a commodity or a security?
Let him shaking.
Without speaking to anyone. I know you've repeatedly said you're not going to speak to one, except you've spoken to one, Bitcoin. So I'm asking you to speak to a second one, the second largest market cap here.
And speaking to the tokens, there's 10 to 12,000. If there's a group of entrepreneurs in
Did he ask about 10 to 12,000, or did he ask about one? This guy.
Asking about one.
The public is anticipating a profit based on the.
I'm asking you a specific question, Chair Gensler. I said this in private. This should be no shock to you. I'm asking this question. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
And again, it depends on the facts and the law. And if there's a group of individuals.
I'm asking you about the facts and the law sitting in your seat and the judgment you are making.
And so, Mr. Chair, I think you would not want me to prejudge because I'm also.
But you have prejudged on this.
Pretty incredible.
At Brian Hollywood, he's wearing the hashtag Flux hoodie today. Damn it, I owe you $100.
Oh, you guys are ridiculous. Thank you for the super chat, Rondi. I don't even know what you sent me, but I appreciate it. But
We'll stop. That was from the House Committee looking at financial services. This was exactly what Wendy wanted. Of course, we've all wanted for a little bit from the crypto community, I can say. I think from Gary Gensler's purview, though, I got to defend him a little bit here. Like, maybe he doesn't want to prejudge without putting out any sort of SEC documentation. On the other side, Patrick McHenry's side, and a lot of the House Republicans there, they're saying that he is liable to Congress and he must be informed by Congress, and they are not happy with the judgments and the job he is doing right now. Zach.
I'll cut you in on 10% chump change.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, Brian Hollywood. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the super chats. You didn't have to do that. Happy Friday.
Throw it over to you.
Yeah, that was some fireworks, man. That was spicy. That was some good stuff. I mean, this is this is what's going to happen today. What's going to happen today is there's going to be a lot of lawmakers who are saying, hey, some of my constituents, some of them are working for crypto firms. They want to know the rules to play by. They're not trying to flaunt the rules. They're not trying to break the rules. They just want the rules. And so exchanges like this indicate the level of frustration that the industry is feeling. And by way of their lawmakers that they've reached the ears of in some point in the past, you're hearing exchanges like this that are bordering on testy even. So the fact that this lack of clarity continues to plague the industry makes it really hard for the good actors in the space to comply. The lack of compliance, we saw this from other people on Capitol Hill, isn't the fault of those seeking to comply. They're alleging that it's the fault of Gary Gensler's SEC for failing to provide those rules of the road. And I think, as we're going to talk about later, it's sort of people are looking elsewhere. People are looking to other countries to maybe set up shop. And I think ultimately this could be quite negative for the U.S. if this lack of clarity continues.
Hashtag rip coffin playful face.
To persist, and people doing their best to work above board within this industry keep falling under the SEC's hammer, seemingly all willy-nilly. It's kind of hard to say what's going on. But yeah, Wendy, I'm going to toss it to you. You probably have a spicier take. What did you think when you saw that exchange?
Well, today is the best day ever for me of 2023. It is so, so nice to see justice start to be served. I know that this is a long time coming. I know this is going to take a very long time, but it's just absolutely amazing how somebody who is in control of supposedly regulating cryptocurrencies not be able to give a clear answer. This man is getting paid with our taxpayer dollars to do a job. He can't even answer properly.
She broke it. Come on, don't mess with me now. We're halfway through it. Anyways, good. I guess it's a good point to pause it. So, real quick, in the chat, actually, someone just brought to my attention, if Coinbase is gone, right, would this still be an option to use right here? This crypto ATM, this Bitcoin ATM. So this is called American Crypto. This was I need my COD in the chat, so I appreciate you for bringing this to my attention. This is kind of it's interesting. I didn't realize that it was like an entire just company, just ATMs. I didn't even know. I don't know. I never looked into the companies, I guess, right, when it comes to ATMs. But I wonder if this
CCXT best news anchor on YouTube below L.
I hate you so much, Rondi. I hate you so much. Thank you for the super chat. This right here. So the crypto ATMs again, right? If Coinbase is gone, swapping or getting cash out of your crypto, I wonder if this company would be affected in any way. I don't know. That's kind of interesting to me. What do you guys think about this, actually? Have you guys ever used a crypto ATM? I just think it's really neat. Rondi. Oh, Rondi, you suck. Suck so much. This is cool, though. I didn't realize it was like a entire separate company. That's neat. Very, very neat. I wonder if they're going to get whacked for anything. All right, let's continue with CoinDesk, see what else they have to say here. If it'll play, which it probably won't. Broke it. Not doing that. Hold on, let me dumb down the quality. How's this, Rondi? See if that works. No. All right, F it. F it. It's getting late anyways. It was a riot watching them get all the SEC get all beat up. All right, we're not gonna watch that anymore. F it. But I don't know. Yeah, let me know if you guys have used one of these. What is happening right now? Jeez, my computer is like dying over here. All right, let me see. What do you guys have in the chat? Any questions, please feel free to ask. I buy hardware and make my own BTC and other coin ATM. Says Game Boy Smokey Dan. Nice, nice. Let's see. I have a Coinbase card. Nice, nice. The BTC ATMs over the last year have been pulling. Sorry, the BTC ATMs over the last year, they have been pulling them all over the world. 2,000 have been taken out. Over 2,000 have been taken out. What, out of like gas stations and stuff? Why? Like, who's pulling them? The feds? That'd be kind of interesting, actually. I'm gonna have to look that up. Is Ironfish worth mining now? I don't think it was worth mining to begin with, but I mean, it's worth it with like 1 GPU over on Hero Miners if you guys are into like getting a free airdrop, because you have a chance. Let's see. What am I doing? Let me just keep this like that for a second. Mining pool stats. Let's see. Let's look at Ironfish. Change this to dark mode. All right. Let's see. So Hero Miners has 1.67 petahash on the network. There's 230 terahash on F2 pool. Damn, Hero Miners, freaking A. $10,000 USD airdrop in Iron, right? There's going to be 5 more drawings. If you guys have one, even 1 GPU on it, you're entered to, like, you know, have a chance to win that. So I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, Ironfish is kind of, I don't know. It's a privacy layer crypto, right? So it's basically for they're gearing towards bigger companies being able to hide, or not really hide, just more or less put like a cloak over all of their financials, so like you can't just kind of go through the transaction history and chase back the company's, you know, entire financial, like how much they have, right? Their financials in general. So that's kind of what they're going towards, as far as I know anyways. When it comes to the tokenomics, not too impressed about it. Son of a Tech actually made a great video on it, so if you guys aren't subbed to him, go check him out and see what he has to say about it. He basically just read up on it, gave his opinions on it, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna be mining Ironfish, to be honest. That's just me personally. I'm not. I mean, it is kind of efficient though when it comes to, what's it called, efficiency, right? Just efficiency in general. Electricity, it's not going to be completely completely killing you. So is what it is. All right, CCXT. Sorry, I splashed the stream, dude. You're fine. You're fine. I don't know why that won't play, but it is what it is. I don't care. There's nothing really too important to show you guys, and it's getting to be that time anyway. So, do you guys have any last questions before we get out of here? Today is Friday. Hopefully, you guys are having a good one. Actually, you know what? Let's see real quick before we get out of here. Who is the biggest earner in the last 24 hours? Zilliqa. Zill is up more than others. We have Bitcoin SV. Is anybody in this BSV? Man, Leo token. What the hell's Leo token? Toncoin. Interesting. Let's see the last hour. Trust Wallet. You know, I just realized they had their own token. Trust Wallet token. Trust Wallet token, rather. Pretty interesting. Let's see. Brian Hollywood. Fish in the sea. What are you saying? If it's good enough for Do Kwon to invest in, then it's good enough for you, said Patrick Murphy. Oh yeah, that's right. You said Do Kwon invested in Ironfish, but why? Is there a damn it. Oh, I just blinded you guys and myself. Sorry, apologize. I took off dark mode. Nothing really important's popping in my opinion anyways. I don't know. Do you guys have any of this though? Trust Wallet token? It's down 3.9%. So this must be the weekly. It's up on the daily. Let's see. Well, 7 days. Yeah, so it is down on 7 days. Interesting. Everyone mine Ironfish. Leave the other coins for me. You know what? I totally forgot to. I have my X4Q. I have it mining to unmineable for Caspa, and I totally want to transition it to solo mine etc because I feel like everybody's like just not there. How is that network hash rate actually? Let me look. Actually, difficulty on let's say etc. Let's see. 2 miners difficulty chart. Month. Let's go to the year. It's actually not too bad. So like, I mean, we did have the huge spike when the Ethereum merge happened, right? And it's been slowly going down with all these other coins popping up. And I was hitting a bunch of blocks like, where was it? Probably back here in February. So I want to try to jump over here again. Not financial advice, but I think I'm going to turn on the solo mining and see if it does decent or not. What do you guys think? Should I do that? Happy Friday, Joker Miner. Appreciate you for being here, buddy. All right. So how Don invested? Do Kwon? Let me see. I don't even know. Patrick Murphy sent a link actually. Let me see if I can get Discord open. Give me 1 second. Because I have it closed. Did you put a link in Discord, Mr. Patrick Murphy? I can't remember. I feel like you did. I have to look though. I have to check the VIP chat. Give me 1 second. All my VIP members, you guys will be getting 24 hours of the L7 hash rate as well. So I appreciate you guys. I'll be doing I'll announce what video to go comment on, and I'll do it for members only, so only you guys see it. And then I'll pick a winner at some point, probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Let me see where. Patrick, where did you say this? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to Google this. Did you guys see this? It's gonna go over my face. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Let's put it here. Do you guys see this? Rondi, this is your favorite, isn't it? Oh, I absolutely love that. So great. So great. All right, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find this crap. I'm gonna get off that. It's like red market today's terrible. All right, so Do Kwon, let me look. Investing in Ironfish. Is that what we're looking for? Let me see. Yeah, Patrick Murphy. I don't know where the hell you found it. Oh, there it is. Thank you. What is this? Oh, God. That's bright as hell. Hold on. Let me get this in dark mode because that is awful. And let me get this back up. I'll show you guys. All right. Let's see. What is this? Where did you? All right, so Do Kwon is the founder and chief executive officer of Terraform Labs. Do Kwon is the founder of CEO at Terraform. This is the guy that's in jail right now, right? More or less. Where? So what are you showing me here? Oh, these are his. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God damn it. Panda, he did it again. Got me in trouble again. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit. Are we showing this stuff right now? Is this happening? This guy's been in it. Oh, that's messed up. Actually, let me click on this. Let's see. No. Piss off. Does it say how much? Ironfish is a novel cryptocurrency focused on privacy and accessibility. I want to know how much he put into it. Total funding amount. Wait, hold the phone. Hold on. Is this his funding amount? Is that how much he put in? Oh no, raised across all funding rounds. Okay. Well, now I'm concerned, actually. What is Crunchbase? I've never heard of this, dude. Sounds like a cereal. Oh, man. Can you see if the 10 people I added yesterday joined Discord? I cannot. It's really up to them to do that. They have to link their Discord, but I'll announce it in YouTube Joker Miner, so they should be able to get the thing. But I appreciate you donating all those memberships yesterday. You're amazing. Thank you so much. So he made 16 investments. Their latest investment was seed round Fractal on April 1st, 2022, when Fractal raised $35 million. Jeez, man. But Ironfish is here. Man. I don't want to. What the hell? All right. It doesn't really say too much more about it, though, right? Wait, let me scroll down. Let me see if I can find anything about Ironfish. Raised. Here we go. Funding round November 30th, 2021. Ironfish raised $27,600,000 Series A from Alan Howard and 7 other investors. And it just says discover more funding rounds, whatever. All right, so obviously Do Kwon was in this one. Interesting. What do you guys think? I'm a bit more concerned now that Panda is leading me down the wrong direction. I'm just kidding. It's not Panda's fault at all. It was it's just whatever. I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if this is gonna be a rug. Nobody knows, right? You guys gotta mine at your own risk, obviously. Everybody knows that. We're just you know, we were sponsored by a pool, which is, you know, Hero Miners, so shout out to them again for sponsoring the channel for that. But I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, if I were you guys, if it's profitable, just mine and sell it. Just convert it, get out of it. That's what I would do, to be honest. But I mean, the entire point of mining over at Hero Miners is to get the, you know, the chance to win that right there. $1,000 to 5 miners, 500 to 5 miners, and 100 to 25 miners if you're mining to their pool. And there's no hash rate requirement or restriction. So if you're going to be mining the crap anyways, or just mining in general, throw one card on it and get in the pool. That's my opinion, right? Not financial advice, but makes sense, right? I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think about it. Either way, market looks like poop, and I gotta get out of here. Back on track. Not touching the fish. I pass. Yeah, I'm not into it either, to be honest. So either way, I'll be losing. I won't be losing any sleep over it. Wherever it goes, it is what it is. But just be wary. Make sure you guys are, you know, don't go balls deep on one thing. That's pretty much the best advice I can give you. All right, Rondi, I didn't change anything. I don't think you set that up. What did he set up? Let's see. What are you saying, Rondi? You had it on 200 core. Oh, gotcha. All right. Anyways, guys, any last questions? Click on the 20 investors and see how much each put in. Oh, let's see. Can I? I don't know if it'll let me. Jesus, freaking bright. Hold on, let me see. If I can click on the 20 investors. Where the hell was it? Before we get out of here. But where was I in? Ironfish. 20 investors. Ooh. Good call. Oh, it doesn't. So the lead investors were this guy and Slow Ventures. Yeah, it's not going to say. It just says, yeah, 35 million, but it's in 16. So So it doesn't say exactly. Maybe if I click here. Nope. Money raised 27.6 million, but I don't think that was from, it just says lead investor. Yeah, it doesn't say exactly. You probably have to pay for it to get that kind of information, if I had to guess. Which, yeah, makes sense, right? Definitely makes sense. But all right, fellas, later on today, we're going to go over some ASIC mining prices, just the ASIC miners, where we can find the best deals, hopefully with that spreadsheet. I'm going to try to update it throughout the day. It might be a little bit later of a stream. I don't know if I'll be able to do 2 o'clock. We actually have a few things I have to take care of this afternoon, but either way, I'll be back at some point. I'll just post it like an hour before if I can. Hopefully you guys have a good Friday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy payday, and I'll see you guys then. Peace out.
you